From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going to score. He's got the ball.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo, welcome into the Top of the Bleachers. It is Friday, October 17th, 2025. October 17th. It's ridiculous. Man, we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Cignetti got a new deal. We got some SEC picks to make, some other games to look at, talk about and stuff, and hang out and talk. What's up, man? It's Friday. Happy Friday. What's up?
Yeah, man. You didn't say anything in production about the jersey I'm wearing. I'm wearing my 2013 Flacco jersey. That's right. Flacco, the 41-year-old, stepped up. You know, Rodgers just needs a couple more years experience, and he could play like Joe Flacco if he just had a couple more years experience. But
they call it the Unk Bowl.
It was good, man. It was a good game.
It was back and forth.
I kept my streak alive of not correctly predicting the Thursday night game for the entire season. Again, I took the Steelers, and here come the Bengals.
Good
but
job.
I don't think anybody, including Bengal fans, expected Joe Flacco to come out and straight up ball after being on the team for 10 days.
I know.
I mean, he played so well that I heard people. One of the questions I got asked at work said, "Burrow loses job?" I just died laughing.
No,
I was like, no, Joe Burrow did not lose his job.
Okay, he's new, right? What they do? They said, okay, throw it to Chase. If all else fails,
16 times.
So he did. He got like 23 targets or something like that total.
Yeah, he caught the ball 16 times, and there was right toward the end of the game. There was a great clip. Chase come across the middle, and Flacco hit him in the hands, and Chase dropped it, and then they pan the camera back to Joe, and he's like I'm throwing you ones over your shoulder that you're catching one-handed, and the one I hit you right here, you don't catch.
Did you see the guy that tackled Rodgers and he got mad at him? They celebrating.
Yeah, they did. I don't think he meant to tackle him. I think he went to put his arm around him and ended up tripping and falling on him. And yeah, Rodgers being the big old sissy, you know.
Get over me.
Get off of me. Idiot.
Well, I mean, he's fragile, dude. One hit like that, I mean, it can be all over.
That would be hilarious if that's the play that put him out for the rest of the season. Getting tackled by his own guy. You know, that offensive lineman would be like shunned from the Pittsburgh Steelers, probably.
It probably is right now. He probably chewed him out when they got back there.
But yeah, Flacco, man, played a really great game. It was back and forth. Listen, 40 years old, and Rodgers still chunked that Hail Mary way down there. I didn't think there was any way he was going to get close to the end zone, and still got that thing down there. So that's pretty impressive. Even though they didn't catch it, they knocked it down or whatever. It's still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And even though I had the Steelers picked, I felt myself rooting for Flacco all the way through that ball game.
I did too, sort of. I don't know. I got fantasy players. Like I had TJ Watts on my fantasy team, and so I need him to be doing good stuff. You know what I mean?
The Cincinnati offensive line, I got to give them credit, man. I think they only gave up like 2 sacks the whole ball game. That's pretty freaking good considering they almost got Burrow killed a couple times earlier in the season. So
yeah,
Flacco's like, yeah, I'll come quarterback for you, but you got to do something up front. Y'all guys got to actually block or something.
Man, he has some. Rodgers. I mean, he still throws a really good ball, man. Like his ball looks good when he throws.
You talking about Rodgers or Flacco?
Both of them look good.
Yeah.
Both of them look really good. But Rodgers, we hate on him so much for being old and stuff like that. But he can still spin that ball, bro. He still can.
It's not.
It's the moving around and stuff that he can't do anymore.
It's not that was another one. Did you see old Flacco do the RPO and keep it? run for a first down. I was like, what are you doing, Joe? You're going to get killed.
Doesn't he look big out there? He looks
He,
like a big
he,
dude, man.
he is a monster of a dude.
Yeah.
Rodgers, I've never really he's always been a good quarterback. That's never been my problem with Rodgers. It's always been like his attitude that has been the reason that I didn't like Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is one of those guys that you only like him if he plays for your team. If he plays for any other team, he's like the most arrogant SOB that ever lived.
Yeah. There's not a Bears fan alive that likes Aaron Rodgers, man.
I ain't a Cowboys fan alive that likes Aaron Rodgers.
No way. That's funny. Yeah, it was a good game. I was watching the end of it there and was like, I can't believe this. That one he threw where it didn't look like the guy was going to catch it. It's like the guy was pushing the receiver towards out of bounds, and he just like throws it out there in the middle of nowhere, and the guy just comes around him and it catches it. I was like, that's so pretty.
In the first half, the pick that the Bengals got off of DK Metcalf, man, headed out of bounds, ripped it out of his hands and got his feet down. I was like, that was awesome. That was like, you talk about picking your defense up. That'll pick your defense up big.
Yeah, it was a good game. I was surprised. I had the Steelers pick too, but
yeah. But it was fun to watch it. I think the biggest difference between watching somebody like Flacco and Rodgers play than some of these younger guys is the decision making. It's so much quicker. Like they sent a blitz up the middle on Flacco one time, and I mean, before his hot route even turned around, he had let go of the ball. Like they are so quick at reading the field, reading the defense, making the right play, And Flacco, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't think Flacco he's going to keep Cincinnati afloat. And my prediction about Burrow not coming back this year might not be true, because if they got a chance for the playoffs and Burrow can come back, he might come back. And Flacco gives them a chance for that, to keep them afloat and maybe in the playoff picture. But I don't think he's going to come out every game and ball like that. It's just he's at that stage in his life where he's probably got, 5-6 of them ball games, and he used up one of them last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not real sure you can count on Flacco and the Bengals making a run here, but you never know. It'd be a good story.
Isn't it crazy that he couldn't do it with the Browns and then goes to Cincinnati, gets 10 days, and he can do it with Cincinnati? It's like maybe there's something else with the Browns. Maybe they're doing something else wrong.
Yeah. And how do you think Mike Tomlin feels today after saying, what's the Browns doing trading this guy inside the division? What the heck's he do? What are they doing? Why would they do that? And here he comes out on the field and beats them. You know what I mean? It's like, kind of proves his point, right? Like,
well, I mean, the Steelers, but the Browns are at a point where they are paying so many people that they've just got to unload cap space. They don't care if it's in the division, out of the division. They don't give a crap. They just got to unload some cap space. Because I think right now they're paying something like 8 quarterbacks this year. We went over it the other day. It's like 8 different quarterbacks they're paying right now.
Yeah, I know it. They're financially strapped.
And doesn't that actually help the Browns out that they traded him to Cincinnati and Cincinnati beat Pittsburgh? You
missed it, Dale. It's a Flacco jersey.
It's a Flacco jersey. I'm wearing my old man jersey.
It's the Flacco jersey.
I ain't got no Rodgers jersey. I wouldn't wouldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I think I do have me a terrible towel around here somewhere.
You do? I thought you had you got a Roethlisberger one. Or you did.
Yeah, I got a Steelers Roethlisberger jersey.
You're gonna have to start making videos like that lady.
I don't have that kind of I can't write that kind of material, man.
Yeah, buy you a jersey once a month till you got all of them. It's take you like 3 years.
32 jerseys. Well, I've already got a Baltimore. Of course, I got a Cowboys jersey. I got a Steelers jersey. I
I
got
don't
a
think I have
Tennessee.
any anymore.
I got a Tennessee Titans Vince Young jersey. Yeah, that's when Vince Young was going to be. He's about to turn the Titans around. Yeah, that didn't laugh. I got a
don't think I
Wayne
have
Corbett.
anymore.
I got a Wayne Corbett Jets jersey.
I used to have one of those. I don't know if I have mine or not anymore. I've got a high school jersey, and then I've got a
I don't have a high. Lacey might have one of my high school jerseys, but
and then
I'm
I've
not
got
sure.
like a 2012-ish brand new jersey that the coach gave me. It's pretty cool, number 99.
And then I've got a generic number 1 Arkansas Razorback jersey.
That's what
Because
I
I
got.
can't pick my favorite Razorback, so I just went with a generic number 1. So there you go.
Yeah. All right, man. I got some other stuff we're gonna talk about before we do football, if you want to, or we
Sure.
can stick to football. I say, you know how we're always talking about the weird names we find out there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I saw somebody put out a thing. So here's some. These are the 25-26 Division I women's basketball first team all name team.
All named. Okay. All
This
right.
is the all name team. Okay.
These are women.
Yeah, and I'm going to butcher these names because I don't know if I'm supposed to say these. How are you supposed to say these?
Okay.
The first one, all right, they're
No.
not bad or anything like that. Just Le Miracle Le Bon, and it could be
Le Miracle Le Bon.
French. Could be French.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's French. You got the
be.
Miracle. They probably tried to have a baby for a while and it couldn't, and then she popped up. And they're like, "Oh, Le Miracle!
It's a love miracle." Okay.
Why does your French accent sound like Mario from Super Mario Bros?
Sounds more Italian than French, huh? Then you got Nike Borg. I'm sure they don't pronounce it that way. It's probably Nikki. I bet you Nick E, but it's spelled Nike. You know what I mean?
What you got on them moccasins, boy? What's that Nikkei? What's that Nikkei mean?
Nikkei. That's probably what it is. Something like that. This one's kind of. I'm gonna try to say this. Thelma Barbich.
Thelma Barbich.
Barbich, yes. That's how it's spelled. It's probably
B-A-R-B-I-T-C-H.
Barbich.
Barbich.
Yes. Barbich is how it's spelled, but I don't think that's how you pronounce it.
That's her last name, so that's not really, that can't really be avoided. But like if you name your kid, Stupid or something like that, Stupid Smith, you can avoid that. But like last names are kind of like, it's just.
Yeah. There we go.
Now you got a crazy last name, like Gay, like your last name is Gay. I don't know how you don't name your boy Ima. How do you not name him Ima Gay? But,
Okay. I don't know. Then we got winner, like opposite of lost or lose.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Winner.
Bartholomew. I'm interested to know if they have siblings and if there is a loser Bartholomew.
Well, wait till we get to the guy's side. You're gonna be. It's insane. The other lady is Gabby Goo.
That's terrible.
How would you have that last name, Goo?
I don't know if anything good goes with Goo.
No, man. You'd be making fun of all the time, right?
If you're Bobby Goo, you could be Cliff Goo. Your last name's Goo, you're going to get made fun of.
Okay, Goo Goober. You know what I mean?
Whatever you say, Goo.
Goo.
Yeah.
Sounds negative for sure. All right, on to the fellas here.
I have a new coworker at the office, and her name is Essence.
Huh?
I was like, okay, all right.
So you're just here.
Saying, well, that's better than Stanky,
You're not real. You're just
Yeah,
an essence. Okay. I had to look this up because the first two guys on the men's team are brothers.
Okay. All right.
And their last name is Wright. Wright. Okay.
All right.
One brother's guy. This guy plays for Xavier, by the way. All right.
ALL. All right.
ALL. All right.
Surely they pronounce it like Al, right?
I
Al, right?
have no idea. Probably. Al.
Al, right?
His brother's name's always.
Always right.
Yeah. I would be like those parents. They're either twisted or hilarious. I can't decide which one.
Sometimes I think parents ought to be like handcuffed and thrown in jail for some of the names that they give their kids. My mother wasn't thinking when she named me. My name is Tucker, and she didn't think, oh, what rhymes with Tucker? You know, kids are mean. They might actually rhyme his name with something. What does Tucker rhyme with that kids would use against him? You know.
You had the ultimate bad name, probably. I agree. That'd be rough.
But again, I think it goes back to like, a tougher generation, because it's kind of like a boy named Sue. You name your kid Tucker, and you just expect him to be able to take care of himself by the time he gets older. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she named your brother Matt. You know what I mean? It's like, a disciple. You know what I mean?
It's actually, Actually, he's James Matthew. He's two disciples.
Oh, wow.
He's two disciples. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I was Tucker. Yeah.
Named after the milkman.
Maybe.
Oh man, that's crazy. Okay, let's see who else we got on here. We got Po Boy King.
Poe. Wait. Tell me he plays for somewhere in Louisiana. Tell me he plays for like
Sam Houston. He may be from Louisiana though, but he plays for Sam Houston.
He plays for Sam Houston. He might.
I don't know if I'm saying that right. Boigh.
I would pronounce that boy.
Bowie. I don't know. I'm horrible at this. There's a Vanderbilt player named Chandler Bing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I saw on his On3 profile under his personal section. It says, I've never seen friends. That's the only
yes, but as his mama. Did his mama do that on purpose?
I don't know. She had to have, right? I don't know. Surely. And then you got for Tennessee Rainwater.
That's actually a very pretty name. I would expect that to be a girl's name, though.
I'm thinking politician down the road or something. What I'm thinking. Tennessee Rainwater.
Does he play in Tennessee?
I don't know. Where's Lemoyne at?
Oh, it's who the heck knows? Lemoyne.
LE space MOYNE. Lemoyne, I guess, college.
Lemoyne. I
never heard of it. Yeah. Yeah. Vanderbilt, Sam Houston, Xavier, University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, Louisiana Monroe.
MOYNE.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Syracuse, New York.
Oh, well, there you go.
There's a guy named Tennessee. A guy named Tennessee playing in Syracuse, New York.
I bet he's popular.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's all I got for the names. And then the other big thing we saw was Cignetti got his money.
Man, $11.6 million a year for I think 8 years.
Dude, Penn State came.
Well, I don't think it was just Penn State. Like his name came up at Arkansas. His name's been coming up every time there's.
They just beat Oregon at Oregon too.
Yeah, it's like
but still,
I didn't really figure he would go anywhere. I didn't see Indiana like giving him a chance to go anywhere.
I didn't think they'd pay him that much. That's like the highest paid, probably. I think Kirby. Well, I don't know what Kirby was. He's up there.
You heard how much they supposedly had to pay to get rid of James Franklin. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's the way it goes. Like they just gave Cignetti an 8-year contract, and 3 years from now there will be fans going, "Why can't we get rid of this guy? Oh, well, let's buy him out." Because he'll have one bad season in there somewhere.
I saw a picture of Saban, Cignetti, and Kirby
All playing all on Alabama. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, he got paid, not going anywhere apparently. So no Penn State, no Arkansas, no wherever.
Penn State is kind of I don't know, delusional.
Yeah.
They kind of them, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Alabama. They feel like, hey, if we come calling, that guy's going to drop everything he's got to come and coach for us. No, that's not how life works. He's got a good thing going where he's at.
Yeah.
And the only thing that happens when teams fire their coach in the middle of the season and they start throwing around names is you get these other guys better contracts. Like Lashley has already been like, nope, I got a good thing going. SMU's already talking about giving him an extension.
Yeah, I'm sure. He probably went straight to him and was like, hey, Arkansas called me. I was kind of thinking about it. Maybe we could restructure my contract. Yeah, we could do that.
It's like the best thing that can happen for these coaches that, are winning right now is for these jobs to be coming open like they are.
Well, there was a rumor that Jerome Tang, the Kansas State basketball coach, when the Arkansas job came open, his name came all of a sudden. He might be interviewed for the job and all this stuff, right? And then he immediately got an extension. It was like there was no tie to them trying to get him. You know what I mean? Because the whole Cal thing was going on, right? So they were.
Well, it's Houston. Houston Nutt, the year his contract's about to come up, dude, gets on a plane, flies to Nebraska, right? Oh, rumor mills start going. He's going to sign with Nebraska. Nebraska's courting him. Gets on a plane, flies to Nebraska. I don't know. I think he was there for a couple hours. Got on the plane, flew back home. They gave him an extension. I don't think he even talked to the University of Nebraska while he was in Nebraska.
He went to see his brother-in-law, and
he went to go see his brother-in-law and got a new contract out of him.
Good for him. All right. Well, we got some SEC picks to make, and then we can go through the other conferences and see what kind of good games there are, because there's a couple, but mostly SEC games are the only ones that are like, really good matchups that I saw. I mean, should it be good games? There's always good games, right? But the best matchups seem to be in the SEC. Of course, we might favorite them a little bit. I don't know. Maybe.
We might be a tad bit biased. Yeah.
Maybe. All right. So we'll just go from 11 a.m. start time. Up first, okay. LSU at Vanderbilt.
They're actually going to have LSU not play a night game. Interesting.
Yeah, at Vandy.
LSU at Vandy.
Yeah, and Vandy is actually minus 1.5 point favorite.
Really? Wow. I really feel like LSU will take care of business at Vandy. Vandy did play Alabama well. They have been playing well. They are playing at home.
Yep.
Man, that's tempting to jump on the Vandy train right there. That is real tempting.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think I'm going to have to take LSU in that one. I think they're just a little bit better. Not a lot. It'd be close. I bet it's a real close game.
Yeah, Vegas is predicted 1.5. They think it's going to be a close game. So,
that's true.
You know what? I'd rather not root for LSU. So give me Vandy in this one. I'm gonna root for Vandy.
And besides that, Brian Kelly only loses to like top 10 teams. You know what I mean? He beats everybody. Like if it's your top 10 team, probably beat him. But win a big game. That's the rumor. So this would be considered a big game because they're ranked higher than Vandy.
I don't understand. I don't understand that logic from fans. It's kind of like the whole Sam Pittman thing. Like, I don't get it. The coach can only prepare you so much before the game, and then it's up to you to go out there and perform. And if Kelly prepares them the same every week, and they win all the games, but for some reason they can't win against the top 10, I can't believe it's because of the way that he prepared them, because he's been preparing them the same all week long.
What if the best that he can prepare a team is
maybe
number 11? You know what I mean?
Maybe it is. I don't know.
There's 10 coaches better than him.
It makes you wonder, like, what it is you got to do different when you play a top 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you have to prepare differently?
It's so when it's close like that, right? You can't make any mistakes. None. The team that makes the least mistakes is going to win. And if that's turnovers or missed block or missed tackle or whatever,
It's usually a turnover ball game. Usually decides the ball game. It's kind of like when Jim Ross used to call the matches and they do like a double clothesline or something, and both guys would get down and then they'd be struggling to his feet. He always said the same thing. The first guy to his feet will have the advantage. Well, duh.
Well, you never hear of a really good team, right? They do the plus or minus on your turnovers and all that stuff. You never hear a really good team being like, "Oh yeah, they hardly ever get a turnover." The really good teams are like plus 40 or something, Or
the really bad teams, like the Razorbacks this year, the really bad teams, not only do we lose turnovers, but we don't ever cause turnovers. Like, we don't ever create turnovers. We create turnovers by turning the ball over ourselves, but we don't create turnovers from the other team. I don't know if we've had one this year. We might have had an interception. We might have gotten an interception.
Yeah, maybe one. Okay. Next game up. Oklahoma at South Carolina.
Man, this sucks.
I'm taking Oklahoma.
Is Matera playing again? Because he don't need to.
I don't know what's up. He's still hurt or just messed up the whole rhythm of the whole team or something. I don't know.
He needs to just go ahead and have his surgery, because he did not.
He already did.
Team. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he had the surgery, and
he needs to do
17 days later or whatever.
He needs to do some more rehab on his thumb or something, because he did not help his team out at all last week.
He needs to play some video games or something. Exercise
that thing.
I don't know.
South Carolina has really underperformed this year. I think they started off the season ranked, and they end up. I think they've won. What's their record right now?
Give me a second. I'll have to look it up just a second. Because I could have went to rankings. So let's see. Who am I looking up? I forget. South Carolina is 3-3.
They're 500 ball.
Yeah, Oklahoma's 5-1. Lost to Texas, of course, but South Carolina's 1-3 in the SEC right now. So they really need to win bad.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give me the homers. I'll take the Boomer Sooners. I'll take them in this one.
Okay.
The Oklahomers.
Texas A&M at Arkansas.
Man, I'm gonna take A&M.
Yeah, I am too, man. They're really good, dude. They're really good.
I think
really good.
I've said this 9,000 times, but we got a really good offense. That's it. That's what we that's what we have. Period. That's what we got. We got, and I wouldn't even call them really good. I think that was dressing it up a little bit. We got a decent offense. We have a piss poor defense. Our special teams haven't really done anything this year. We have
Yeah.
one phase of the three phases is what we have.
Yeah, I think A&M's gonna win.
It
I
wouldn't
don't know.
surprise. It wouldn't surprise me if the Hogs hang, within say 7-10 points of them. But I expect
Yeah.
A&M to. I expect A&M to win it in the end.
Yeah, A&M's -7.5.
What will probably happen is we'll probably have a chance to win it at the end, and we'll fumble or throw an interception. Is probably what will happen.
Don't bring that negativity in here, Ricky Bobby.
I'm not being. That's pretty positive. You ask me. You got a chance to win in the end.
Okay. Ole Miss at Georgia. Woo.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
Let's
one.
see. Ole Miss
I'm
still
gonna go.
undefeated, 6-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Georgia gets the win between the hedges this week. I think Ole Miss finally loses one. They came close to losing one last week against Washington State, so they better get their crap together playing Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Because Georgia got a better defense than
Yeah, I'm taking Georgia in this one
Washington
too.
State.
I don't think Ole Miss has played anybody this good yet. So
Then they beat
LSU or something.
Yeah, they beat LSU. They almost gave us the ball game at the end. The game against Arkansas, like once we play an opponent in the SEC, it's a lot easier for me to judge the opponent because we're at the bottom of the league. So if we make a game of it and we actually, got a chance to win and stuff, it kind of tells me something about your team. And I think Ole Miss I think they're a lot like us. I think their defense struggles. I think they got a really potent offense. But if they come across somebody that can just make them punt a few times, I think they can beat them. So
yeah, man. I mean, they beat LSU, right? Which that's a good win.
That is a good win.
Whatever. But other than that, man, you're talking Georgia State, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tulane, Washington State.
Yeah.
They haven't played. Georgia. LSU is good, right? I think Georgia's. I don't know if they're better than LSU, but I think they are a little bit.
Well, I think they got to play LSU at Ole Miss too, didn't they? They didn't go to LSU and play, did they?
They played LSU at home.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They got to go to the hedges and play Georgia. I think this is the week Ole Miss drops one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand by my nobody's going undefeated.
Yeah, which Ole Miss, relax a little bit because dropping one to Georgia ain't the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Dropping one to Washington State would have been a lot worse.
Very true. Very true.
A&M will stay undefeated this week. I can almost guarantee that one.
Maybe this week, but let's see. Mississippi State at Florida. Billy Napier better not lose this one. Let's see. Mississippi State's 4-2. Florida's 2-4.
Yeah, Mississippi State's got a pretty good team. They play a lot better at home, though.
Florida's had a really rough schedule too. So
yeah. Mississippi State, decent offense, can score. Not the most potent defense. Matter of fact, man, going around the SEC, I think that's what's really lacking in the SEC this year is defense. Like there doesn't seem to be that juggernaut of a defense that nobody can score any points on. It's like anytime anybody's playing anybody, it seems like they're 20, 30 point, 40 point ball games. I don't know, man. I don't know on this one. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Florida in this one. Just based on, they have got a good record. Mississippi State's got a good record, and they are improved from last year for sure. But when it comes to time to play real competition, like they're 0-2 in the SEC, Florida's got a big win, and some tough losses, but to good teams. So I'm taking Florida. I don't believe in Mississippi State just yet when it comes to the SEC.
If they were playing in Stark Vegas and you had the dadgum cowbells ringing, I would probably take Mississippi State in this one. But you got to go to the swamp. Georgia does have a good win. Of course, they turned around and followed their good win up with a loss last week.
Mm-hmm.
So
Florida, yeah.
Man.
Bulldogs versus the Gators.
You know what? I am a fan of dogs. I always have been a fan of dogs. Give me the Gators.
You want the Gators? You're confusing me bad here. Okay. All right. Texas at Kentucky. Give me Texas.
I'll take the Longhorns in that one.
Yeah, Kentucky's rough. What are they now? 2-3, 0-3 in the SEC. Stoops is on the hot seat. Yeah, give me Texas. Tennessee at Alabama.
Why is Stoops on the hot seat?
He's been on the hot seat for about 7 years.
yeah, but why? I mean, it's Kentucky.
I know. Did you see the report about their basketball team spending all that money? $22 million or something like that? $22
million, and you can only get to like number 8? You can't be number 1? You spend $22 million and you ain't number 1?
I know. And then they just like a couple months ago, they came out with the NIL numbers for the football teams.
Mm-hmm.
And these big SEC football teams aren't spending $20 million on a roster on a football team.
I can't believe that Kentucky's spending $22 million on.
That's got to be blown up, right?
Unless they're including what they're spending on Mark Pope, there is no way that their NIL budget is 20.
I heard one guy say, "Well, maybe it's multiple year deals." I thought, well, that might be a possibility, but I don't think that's not what they mean when they say this year. Yeah,
I don't.
Anyway,
I think multiple year deals would be sweet. I think that would be really cool.
But you're right; they're not spending any money on football.
No, well, they're not spending any money on football. They're in the same boat. They're actually in a worse boat than Arkansas is, because like Arkansas is unattractive job right now. But Kentucky, come on, man. Nobody wants to go coach a good. Like Stoops is the best you're going to get. You might as well stick with Stoops.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his buyout's apparently big, and they don't want to do that either. So, I don't know.
Yeah, you're good at basketball. You're pretty good at baseball. You're kind of in the same boat as Arkansas. Just like, I don't know. I just don't see you drawing in. Like,
it seems like there's a lot of schools that are doing that one or the other thing, right? So, like Kentucky, right? They're all basketball, right? They spend more on that. But then you got teams like Oklahoma, right, where they spend more money on football. You know what I mean? And then maybe like Nebraska, same thing. They're going to spend way more money on football. You know, maybe Arkansas needs to be a basketball school and just cancel football.
Well, if you went by that rationale, though, I mean, like Kansas would be a basketball school. North Carolina is a basketball school. Nebraska's a volleyball school, if you want to be honest. I mean, they go nuts for their volleyball up there.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it seems like because of the money, you know what I mean? It's like they got to decide where they're going to spend their money. You know, what do you want to spend it on? Well, you know, like Kansas, like they have a big tradition in basketball, so they're going to spend more money on that, you know?
Well, I think it also, like, no matter what school, this is crazy too when I heard this, because you would think it would be opposite at schools like North Carolina, Kansas, Kentucky, or whatever. The biggest revenue maker on campus in all these schools, if you're Division I, is football. Mm-hmm. It don't matter if your team sucks or if your team's good or whatever. That's the biggest revenue maker on campus is football.
Yeah.
Which is nuts, because you think at schools like North Carolina, Kentucky,
Kentucky might make more money. I don't know.
they might. Who knows?
They are. I mean, they are crazy.
Supposedly, yeah. Supposedly, football is the number one revenue maker on campuses.
Yeah, I know it was for Arkansas last year,
which is crazy. Because we have national championships and everything else. Well, except baseball, we have national championships and everything else, but we don't have. We need one in baseball. And maybe in my lifetime, maybe we'll make the college football playoffs. I'm not even looking for a national championship. I just want to make the college football playoffs one year. I think that would be awesome.
That would be really cool. It would be for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Tennessee at Alabama.
This is a good game. This is one you and I are split on. Because you think Alabama, I think your exact words are, I think Alabama will handle them pretty easily. I think is what you said.
I might have said that. Okay. I might have said that. I'm just saying, I think.
Of course, when I asked you, name a team that's handled Tennessee pretty handily this year, you couldn't give me an example because even their losses have been really close, or their one loss was really a close ball game.
Yeah, I know. I just think Alabama's more physical. I think their defense is better.
You think Alabama's better than Georgia?
Yes. Did they just beat them a couple of weeks ago or something?
I think so. Did Alabama play Georgia? I think so, yeah. I think Alabama beat Georgia.
Yeah. So, yes.
But by that rationale, that would mean that FSU is better than Georgia. And FSU is
they might have been week one. Well, we got some data to back it up now. We got a few weeks in the holster.
I don't think you can make a bad pick in this game. Like if you pick Tennessee, I totally understand why you would pick Tennessee. If you pick Alabama, I can totally understand why you would pick Alabama. I mean, I just feel like I don't feel like anybody's going to handle anybody. I think this is going to be a back and forth game.
You having problems with my wording?
Yeah, handle is so. Hey, your dog is fighting at the fence. She's going to go yell at him.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, they lost to Alabama lost to Florida State that week one, right? Everybody lost their minds.
Oh, yeah.
But since then, man, they've been good. Beat Georgia, Vanderbilt, beat Missouri. I watched that Missouri game, and both those teams are good. Alabama's good, man. They are.
I don't disagree that Alabama's good. I'm just saying Tennessee's pretty freaking good too.
They're all right.
They've lost one ball game so far, and it was to Georgia.
Yeah.
But Alabama beat Georgia.
So but they play. I mean, they beat Arkansas, Mississippi State, and Syracuse, and UAB. I mean, Alabama's played tougher competition.
What I'm saying is that Alabama's or Tennessee's one loss is to Georgia.
Yeah.
Who everybody picked to be top of the SEC at the end of the year. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then Alabama's one loss is to FSU. Mm-hmm. And then I want to say that USF gave them a pretty good ball game when they played them. I'm just saying this is I could go either way on this game. Like
Yeah. Well, who you picking?
Well, I ain't picking the guys in orange. All right. I think it's an ugly color. I don't know why anybody wears orange on their uniform. I don't know, man. I'm going to take Alabama.
All right.
If Tennessee,
don't let me talk anything here.
I pretty much thought Alabama before we started talking about it, but
okay.
The word they're going to handle them. I don't know if there's going to be any handling going on.
Maybe my buddy's rubbing off on me too much. I don't know.
He might be.
Anyway, we got one more game in the SEC. Missouri at Auburn.
Oh, give me Mizzou.
I'm taking Missouri as well. They actually
I
looked okay last week. I thought they looked really
yeah,
good.
I feel like Auburn's our best chance. Like this week, we'll probably get beat. There won't be no problem. We'll get beat this week by Texas A&M, but then next week Auburn comes to us, and I feel like that's our best chance for an SEC win this year is against Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn's 0-3 in the SEC right now.
What's up, yo?
Got something flying around here. But Auburn, let's see. Yeah, they've lost to Oklahoma, A&M, and Georgia. So, I mean,
That's kind of tops of the league, though. I mean,
that's pretty tough. Yeah, but
that's a tough opening season schedule right there.
Mm-hmm. All right, taking Mizzou, and then see Big Ten. See what we got here. We got Ohio State and Wisconsin. Blee blee. Michigan State and Indiana. Indiana's a 27.5-point favorite.
Oh my gosh.
USC Notre Dame. There you go. USC at Notre Dame. Notre Dame. What's that say? 9.5-point favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I might lay some money down on that, man. I think USC can keep it closer than that.
Let's see here. USC's 5-1. Notre Dame is 4-2.
Yeah.
Let's see who Notre Dame's beat here.
They beat Arkansas.
Yeah, their losses are to Miami and A&M.
Yeah, two good schools, and they're going up against another. Why are they getting 9.5?
4 cupcakes. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm telling you, I'd lay some money down. I'd take the points.
Now USC lost to Illinois, but then beat Michigan. So,
how bad did they lose to Illinois?
34-32.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think USC give Notre Dame a better ball game than 9.5 points.
I think so too, but Notre Dame at home.
It is kind of like playing the Chiefs in Arrowhead. You know the refs are going to be on Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think I'd take Notre Dame in that game. You want to pick it?
Yeah, I'll pick it. Give me USC, man. I'll root for the.
All right, let's see what else we got here. That's all for the Big Ten.
What time are they playing that game? Because the head coach of USC is all upset that he's having to play these early games all the way across the country.
6:30 p.m.
Oh, well, he's got no excuse then.
That'd be Central Time too. So,
yeah.
Big 12. Let's see. Are there any good games?
BYU and the Utes.
Yeah, BYU and Utah. That's going to be a good one. At BYU, Utah -3.5 at BYU.
That's pretty good, man.
That's good. I gotta be honest. I haven't really seen Utah play. I've seen BYU, but not Utah.
I like BYU's head coach.
I like their quarterback.
I have not got to see the Utes play, but they have a loss, don't they? Who'd they lose to? Who'd the Utes lose to?
Let's see here. Hang on, man. I should have been pulling that up. My bad. Who do we say? Utah and BYU. Let's see.
Yeah.
Here. BYU is 6-0. Utah is 5-1. Their only loss is to Texas Tech, who's number 17. Who's number 17.
Okay.
Their other big win is that they beat Arizona State, who could be fraudulent this year. But
they lost quite a bit last year. I mean, just in losing Scadaboo to the NFL. I mean, that was 60% of their plays last year was handing it to Scadaboo. So, I mean, that was a pretty big void to fill.
Now BYU hadn't really played anybody like major. They haven't played any ranked teams. Matter of fact, they beat Colorado. But
this will probably be their biggest game so far.
Yeah, for sure.
And we find out if BYU is a poser or
Yeah. I'm gonna take BYU. I haven't seen Utah, so that might not be a fair pick, but
well, I just like picking against you. So give me the Utes, man. I'm gonna root for the Utes.
you sorry, dog. Utah. All right. Let's see. Then what else we got? That was it for the Big 12. Well, Texas Tech plays Arizona State, but Arizona State's kind of falling off. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Texas Tech is all the way up to number 7. Is that wild?
Yeah, and even though on paper it might not look like a good ball game, a team like Texas Tech, you got to keep the train rolling, and you don't need to overlook anybody or anything like that. So, I mean, a win, a probable win, could easily become your first loss if you're not careful.
Yeah. Okay, and then the ACC, which only has Miami, and Georgia Tech. Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah, Georgia Tech.
But Louisville at Miami, Georgia Tech at Duke.
Yeah, why can't we get Duke on the schedule every year?
Washington State at Virginia. Virginia's number 18.
Maybe that's the conference that the Hogs ought to think about going to in football. They need to move to the ACC.
Yeah. We need to go to Big 12 or something, probably. I don't know.
We're definitely a lot closer to the Big 12. We have some history in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we would do better in the Big 12. But
yeah,
I don't
we
I
might
don't
be the
feel
new
like
Oklahoma.
I don't feel like we can just move football. Like we would have to move everything else. And I like playing basketball in the SEC, and I like playing baseball in the SEC. I just hate playing football in the SEC.
Well, if they ever go to the one power conference thing or something anyway, where they have like the top 50 teams in one thing, yeah, that might be pretty wild.
That sounds like a great thing. That sounds like, oh man, that would be awesome if they just had like this huge super conference until your school gets left out of the super conference. And you're like, what? Wait, what? We're not in?
Yeah, that's true. And what are they basing it on, right? Basketball. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They might have to have their own super conference. Be like football is their own thing. Like they don't have like 50 football, whatever. And then over here you have basketball. It's totally separate. It won't be the same conference. You know what I mean? It'd just be their own thing.
See, I like this idea. So like you could call like the big conference of 50, you could call it like Division 1. And then everybody else, they'd be playing Division 2. All right. But here's a rule I want stipulated, right? Okay. If you're one of the bottom 2 teams in the Big 50, you get sent to Division 2, and the 2 top teams of Division 2 get to move up to Division 1. Okay. So that way, even these guys in Division 2, they're fighting for a championship. Your team wins a championship, you get to move up a division the next year. See,
that'd be tough because of like money and TV deals and all that.
Well,
stuff.
scheduling would be brutal.
Yeah.
But you could do like the top 20 teams.
You know what you could do?
It's always the top 20 teams are always the same. So you could do like a 20 team conference. You could call it like,
say they take the top 50, right? They can make a big deal out of this, right? Where they have a raffle for your schedule, right? Everybody's in a ping pong deal, right? And your AD comes out. Who's your first opponent? Tennessee. You know what I would USC. You know what I mean?
I would make a bigger deal out of it. I would have fans show up and pick ping pong balls and former players and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do all that stuff too. I'm just meaning the basic.
Make it into like a draft night. You'd have schedule night. Schedule night coming up.
They can make it a big deal. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They can turn it into a big deal.
And with every ping pong ball that gets drawn out, Vegas could change their odds in Vegas. Like, the next ping pong ball, blah, blah, blah,
It would
Yeah, I
feel
like it.
more. It would feel more fair, right? Instead of some guy in some room saying, "Oh yeah, you got to play Alabama again this year." You know what I mean?
Well,
People would feel like it's more fair.
the
Random.
problem is the problem is you got to go to one super conference in order to do it. Because right now
I'm not
you
against
just
that. Just make it like a league. You know what I mean? It's like
I
an
don't know.
NBA,
I
NFL.
feel like I feel like that's the direction we're headed. I don't know how long it'll take them to get there, but I feel like that's the direction. It'll probably be they'll keep expanding the college football playoffs until they feel like, all right, we're getting in the correct amount with the correct teams and all this stuff. And then pretty much, everybody else will be shut out,
I think there should be requirements to get into the 52, right? You have to have so much nil collective or something to be able to enter. You have to, I don't know. There needs to be some criteria. You know what I mean? You have to have won so many games in the past 25 years or something. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You don't get in.
Well, what you do is, all right, you start a super conference, all right, say 40 teams, all right.
Mm-hmm.
To get in, you have to meet this criteria, whatever it is, these 5 points of criteria, and you have to pay, you have to like donate so much to the collective, okay? So every team coming in, all 40 teams are putting so much money into the pot, and then you split that money, start your season, and off you go. I like it.
A salary cap type deal.
It'd have to be. It'd have to be.
Sounds like we're turning it into the NFL.
It's pretty much what it's going to end up like.
Yeah. But I mean, it would be a way to kind of control. Well, it would be if you only had 50 teams, right? That's the 50 teams that everybody would want to go play for. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
sure.
all the teams should be better, right? And then you'd have the Division 2, whatever. That would be
the guys
right.
trying to get to the 50. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it'll work out good.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll do it. I'll be the commish if they want me to. I'll do it.
It seems like an awful big job.
Well, they got to pay me good. I mean, I'm not going to do it for free.
I don't know. You would probably find out that it would be the 40 teams. Like I could probably sit down with a pad and paper and come up with the 40 teams that would get picked for the 40 team conference. And I don't know if Arkansas would be in there, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because you want the 40 best, right?
Yeah.
And if they went picking today, we ain't one of the 40 best.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to do football and you'd have to do basketball because you couldn't do. That would be like, well, how come UConn didn't get in, but Oklahoma did? You know what I mean, or something. You know.
What I would like to see is I'd like to see more parity in the league and take this NIL money and turn it into like a set thing, like offensive lineman gets paid X amount. It don't matter what team you go to. It don't matter anything like that. This is what an offensive lineman makes. This is what a quarterback makes. This is what a wide receiver makes, so on and so on. That way you could go back. You're still paying the players and the positions can be paid well, but you're going back to recruiting a person based on their stars and having to get them to come to you because across the league, everybody's making the same amount at every position. So it doesn't, coming to Alabama doesn't help you financially. It might help you be on a winning team or whatever, but it doesn't help you financially or whatever. Because I feel like the finances is what's making this very, like, there's not parity anymore because these guys can go out and pay big money for these big time recruits.
That would bring back the having to connect with them and recruit them too, instead of this is what we can offer. Or their first question is, how much do you pay? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that wouldn't be their first question anymore because the payment is set. This is what you get paid when you come be
Yeah.
and it can still be a nice sum. I mean, you can still pay a quarterback $500,000 or however much you think a quarterback is worth or whatever. But it's going to be that amount no matter what team you go to. So that way kids are actually, you don't have situations like I'm a leaving, you know, where he'd probably still be at Tennessee because he'd be making what everybody else is making.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have these idiots trying to halfway through the season renegotiate money and stuff like that. I think it would make everything easier.
Yeah. We'll see.
Plus, it'd be a lot easier to police it, you know. Like it'd be easier to catch people, you know. Yeah. We're going to pay you the $500,000, whatever quarterback makes, and you know they're shoving money under the table or something like that. You know, it'd be easier to catch that stuff. That stuff would still go on, but it'd be easier to catch. You know.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, anything else before we get out of here? Happy Friday.
And budget wise, it would help you out as a school because you would know right away what your budget for the football team was and what your budget for the basketball team was and what your budget for the baseball team was because it's set right there. I'm telling you, they ought to make me the commissioner. You are correct.
Co-commish.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, anything else before we get out of here and enjoy the weekend?
No. Ace Frehley died. We want to give a shout out to Ace Frehley if you were a Kiss fan. I think there's still 3 of them left, which is crazy because you figure, you know, how rock stars become old people. I have no idea. Like, how is Keith Richards still alive? Like, Keith Richards just keeps outliving them. He outlived Ozzy, he outlived Ace Frehley, all these guys.
Oh, man. It is crazy how they did that. All that alcohol must have just kept them clean.
Pickled. Kept them pickled.
I don't know. All right, man. Let's get out of here. I will catch you in the Discord later. I think there's some stuff on tonight, actually. So.
Okay. All right. I got to mow the lawn. Hopefully it's the last time I have to mow the lawn this year, but I have to mow the lawn. I'm about to go put my shoes on. I probably got about an hour and 30 minutes before it gets dark, so I can knock out the yard.
All right. We'll get after it. I'll catch you later.
All right, dude. Peace, brother.
Peace.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.